Picture this: a child born in a world where his birth is a government offense, where the simple act of being seen with his parents could send them to jail. That child is Trevor Noah. It's South Africa in the final brutal years of apartheid, a system designed to keep races apart, to divide love and to punish connection. His mother is Patricia Nambusielo Noah, a bold, fiercely dependent black woman. His father is a quiet Swiss German man named Robert, who dares to love her despite the law that says their relationship is forbidden. Together, they break the rules of a hateful world, and Trevor is the proof of that rebellion. He isn't supposed to exist, no. His very skin, light brown, is evident of a crime. So from the very start, his life becomes a game of hiding and pretending. When his mother walks him outside, she must let go of his hand, walk ahead and pretend not to know him. When the police come around, he must vanish because the law says that someone like him is not meant to be seen. That's how Bona Crime begins, with danger, absurdity, and yet somehow laughter. Because Trevor's story isn't one of defeat, it's one of survival through humor, resistance through wit, and love that defied fear. Trevor grows up in the dusty streets of Soweto, a place bursting with life, noise, and contradiction. He is too light to be fully black, too dark to be white, and too different to belong anywhere. But instead of feeling lost, he learns to belong everywhere. His weapon? Language. He picks up Zulu, Xhosa, English, Swana, and Afrikaans, switching tongues like a magician switches cards. When he is with black kids, he's one of them. With colored kids, he fits in. Even the bullies stop bothering him when he greets them in their own dialects. That's when he learns something powerful. If you can speak a man's language, you can touch his heart. But it's not just laughter that shapes him. Life at home is a mix of joy and pain. His mother, Patricia, is a force of nature, stubborn, prayerful, and mischievously funny. She takes Trevor to church 3 times every Sunday. 3 different churches in 3 different neighborhoods. Why? Because she says, if the devil can find you in one church, you must make him work harder to find you in the next church. Her faith is unshakable, but her life is not easy. She is poor but proud. A single mother raising a child in a system that constantly reminds her of her place, yet she refuses to stay there. Then comes Abel, a charming mechanic who turns into a monster. His temper darkens their home with violence and fear. Trevor watches as the woman who taught him strength becomes a victim of it. And yet, she never gives up. Even when Abel threatens her life, even when he eventually shoots her, Patricia survives, literally and spiritually. She survives not because she is lucky, but because she is unbreakable. That's the heart of Trevor's story. A mother who refused to be crushed. A son who learned that laughter was not weakness but armor. Trevor hustles through school, sells pirated CDs, DJs at local parties, outsmarts the police and learns how to navigate a world that doesn't know where to place him. Every misstep becomes a story. Every scar becomes a joke. And through it all, he begins to understand the contradictions of South Africa, a country healing from racism, but still haunted by inequality. He realizes that survival in such a world isn't about being the strongest. It's about being clever, it's about being kind, and endlessly adaptable. Bona Crime is not just Trevor Noah's life story. It's a testimony of what it means to live between worlds and still find your voice. It's about a child born into oppression who turns pain into humor. It's about a mother who risked everything to raise a son with dignity and faith. It's about a country that tried to divide its people and how those very people learned to rise, laugh, and love anyway. Through Trevor's story, we learn that laughter is rebellious, that even in the darkest time, humor can heal. And that love, no matter how forbidden, has the power to defy the laws of hate. That if you haven't read, so if you haven't read Born a Crime, do yourself a favor. Read it. It's not just a book. It's a conversation about identity, resilience, and the crazy beauty of being human. You'll laugh until your ribs ache, then suddenly find tears in your eyes because behind every joke is a truth that hits home. And if you've read it, tell us in the comment section what part moved you most. Was it the bond between Trevor and his mother, or the absurdity of apartheid, or the realization that the most powerful rebellion is simply to exist and thrive anyway? Because in the end, Born a Crime reminds us that no matter where we come from, we all have the power to turn our pain into purpose. Thank you and bye bye for now.